Hello and welcome back to Unroll for Initiative. I'm playing Hiveswap Act 1. And I'm an alien now. Well, I guess I've always been an alien, but depends on your perspective. Anyway, it's a delivery from Scythian with the item you ordered. Quite a long time ago. You guess it arrived during all the confusion. Okay. You open up the package. Inside is the Flarp manual. Oh hey. His window is kind of suburbish, or sugrubbish, actually. This edition of Flarp is focused on spy games, intrigue, and rebellion. Tetrarch modeled a lot of his underground resistance ideas after this system. I see no way this could possibly go wrong. Although I guess Flarp is probably more reasonable than most RP guides, maybe? You got the Flarp manual, better head inside. Not much you can do for the Tetrarch out here. Oops. Tetrarch says your really infrequent and unreliable Omni Scuttlecoach schedule is symptomatic of an infrastructure engineered to prevent cast mobility. And since you nod while he says it, he hasn't explained what that means. Oh, Zephyros, baby, you're dumb. You're clearly so dumb, and I love you so much for it. Tetrarch hive. You hope he's in one of the parts that hasn't been annihilated by massive beams of light. Oh, cool. The heiress just launched a new carbonated hydration juice flavor, Clawgunk. You're required to buy whatever she's selling or be called anyway, so you're not sure why she bothers advertising. Huh, this is a whole city. Outglut, a subgrub of the outer stem cluster of Thrash Thrust. Outglut is where you grew up. Yeah. Right. The door to your respite block where you sleep. You're standing on your gander precipice. White glove, shoe polish, training silverware. Everything an involuntarily aspiring butler needs. You've already tidied your butler training materials, even the ones you used to tidy the other ones. You use these to practice your budding powers of telekinesis. You still aren't very good yet, but you sure showed these spoons who's boss. You don't use your hands to bend spoons. Use the power of the imagination, by which you mean your weak, unreliable psychic powers. You play Pusher, of course. Burgundies are ideally suited to this position because of their telekinetic powers and their ability to commune with dead players. Also, Pusher is the most dangerous position, and no one really cares if Rustbloods get killed. You're reminded of the week Tetrarch made you sleep on the floor as a training exercise. It was hard at first, and maybe he could have told you it was his training exercise beforehand instead of just saying, sleep on the floor until I tell you otherwise, but it really toughened you up. You can sleep anywhere now. The Tetrarch is always making sure you're prepared for anything. This is roughly around when you might normally be going to sleep, but the current circumstances, i.e. your imminent death if you don't escape, are not conducive to sleep. They are conducive to dying, though. Your Wear Grid Study Scroll. To be honest, only Indigos really care about what Forkos wear, and they crush anything they pick up anyway. Study. You've pretty much got this memorized already. It's like fork, fork, mega fork, micro fork, knife fork, fool's fork. That about covers it. Ooh. Pool balls. Interesting. Arena Stickball has always been the only time you really felt like yourself. When you're out on the Velvet, your brawler defending you against the opposing prowlers and zappers, and you guess thinking about it too much makes you a little sad now. Looking at the dozer always helps you get to sleep. Looking at the snow globe always makes you nervous. You know it's not a real one, but still. it's your arena stickball gear. You play Pusher. It brings back fond memories of your seasons playing in the Outlet Grub League. You're trying for the Trash Thrust Junior League soon, but you're a little rusty. If you blow it, you could get culled. Between band practice with Tetrarchamic, Revolution lectures from Tetrarchamic, and Buttling practice, you mostly serve Tetrarchamic, you really haven't had the time you need to practice. Speaking of, there's your brand new Butler uniform. It brings back less than fond memories of when you ordered it sweeps ago. Delivery to Rustbloods like you was so slow. And hey, there's your Smash suit from when the Tetrarch helped you practice cool action movie stunts. Your memory from that time is a little hazy, actually. But just in case you do, this featureless white orb is here to remind you. Uh-oh. Doc Scratch? You'll never forget the season your arena stickball team took 3rd place in the Outclub Grub League. Oh, but just... okay. I accidentally clicked to the first part. Every lowblood who ever picked up a mic dreams of competing on Slam or Get Culled. The winner leaves their unhappy life behind for fame, fortune, and the love of millions. The losers leave their unhappy lives behind for relatively certain death. It's your tablet. You use it for pretty much everything. Your auto-tune mic is plugged into it. The grubbles, if you buck we won't trouble to resist throwing fists while you sift through the rubble. It's sort of hard to spit your quasi-revolutionary rhymes with any real fire while dressed in your Butler uniforms, though. Demic says you're subversively transforming the rags of your oppression into the fatigues of the revolutionary through your jams, but you're kind of worried your performances will be drowned out by the sarcastic orders to polish the silver. It's your tablet. You use it for pretty much all computing needs. Perfect device for a kid on the go, except you spend most of your time at home, so it usually just stays right here in your room. Unfortunately, a kid on the go is probably exactly what you are now. You really should grab it. Besides, your mic is plugged into it, and you're sure not leaving that behind. Yep. You gather both tablet and mic with one practice motion. They're attached, so the motion probably didn't require as much practice as you might think. You then proceed to have this conversation again from the other side. It's all news to Zephyros, but it'd be a little dull to read the whole thing over again. Let's just pick up where we left off. Do you want me to say more alien things? No, I mean, I have no way to verify if those are true or not. Oh, send me a picture of you. I don't have any photos with me in any way. How could I get it to you? I'm trapped in here by that monster. 1 minute. Oh, that's kind of a weird ask, Xerox. But I'll give it a shot. Here goes. What a brilliant, perfect selfie. Oh yeah, you're definitely an alien. Or you have some strange collection of grotesque physical and mental diseases. Either way, you need my help. Okay, that much is definitely true. I'm pretty sure I heard the monster scratching at the door. He's probably hungry. Anyway, man, if you're an alien, we gotta get you out of here. The heiress hates aliens. The what? The heiress. Oh, well, she's awful and controls everything, basically. I mean, I doubt she's ever met one, but to hear her talk, she hates aliens as much as she hates lowbloods. Which I guess you also are. You're practically a member of the Resistance already. I'm not sure whether to be really confused or really concerned about you. Do you need help? One time when things got really bad with my brother, my babysitter took him to the doctor and it seemed to help. What's a brother? What's a babysitter? What's a doctor? What's a brother? Wow, you are so lucky. I really don't know. Okay, I'm definitely concerned. Being concerned is what friends do for each other. I've never had anyone but Tetrarchamic be concerned about me before. Oh jeez. I bet the other Tetrarchs will be extremely excited to hear there's an alien helping us now. Sure. But I'm sort of pretty focused on not being killed by the monster in the other room at the moment. It's kind of my main deal right now. I don't really have a lot of time for anything else. Right! Yeah, of course. I'll help you. And the Tetrarch too, because Well, I think... Okay, I hope this is also helping him somehow. Which reminds me, we really shouldn't be talking like this. Like what? Tetractamic says we always have to assume our communications are being monitored. And this is exactly the kind of conversation I shouldn't be having. Oh man, I better hurry up and get over there. On my way now. Please don't message me anymore. It's dangerous. BRB. In person, I mean. You can't open a door with your telekinesis. It's too complex, what with turning the handle while pulling it forward at the same time. You can close one, but it takes you several minutes, and you usually pass out a couple times. Phenomenal psychic powers! It's just your faithful old Scourdray, which you haven't bothered draining recently. Inside of it, Rizza fluid and floor filth coalesce to make a repugnant gray sludge. You still can't believe they got a shot of you at the exact moment you clobbered the clover. What a lucky break. You kinda wish you could live somewhere with more trees, and maybe then he'd be less asleep always? Like most things in your life, though, you really didn't have much say in the matter. Tetractamic had you act out scenes from some of your favorite action movies, which just so happened to be his favorite action movies, too. You're lucky to have a Moirail who really pushes you. Okay, I was wondering if they were railed up. This is from the 12th Paragee's Eve when Dammit gave you the autotune mic he made. This was his way of letting you know he'd started a band and that you were the singer, and also that your voice could use a little help. Sounds like a real jerk, although they are trolls, so kind of par for the course. He was always giving you leaves to eat. You would munch on them for his benefit mostly. Come to think of it though, you have always been pretty strong. Could those bitter leaves you gnawed on as a wiggler have something to do with that? When you were just a little wiggler, curling up with your Lucis made you feel safe when the world seemed scary, which was often. Geez, come to think of it, the two of you haven't played on the tree in a long time. Maybe that's why he's been so lazy. Well, at least it looks like the two of you will both be getting some exercise in the immediate future. Cleaning supplies, the noble instruments of your future career, you guess. It kinda depresses you to keep them anywhere you like to have... Oops. It kinda depresses you to keep them anywhere you like to have fun, so you just dump them at the end of the hallway. Maybe if your hallway is really clean, the drones will stop trying to burn your neighborhood down and kill you? Ah, there's that Rustblood Moxie! In contrast to Tetractamic's percussive machismo, your stage persona is more skittish, as if you're vaguely terrified of the implications of your own pseudo-revolutionary rhymes. Which is not far off the mark, as one of the implications could be your execution. You guys have a lot of fun in the studio, as evidenced by this candid selfie Tetractamic told you to take. This was a great night. Dammit insisted you have half the flavor disc. Your Lucis took this picture, a delightful trick he has never repeated. Look at you, so carefree. You wish you were gearing up to play right now. You were so excited to show him that branch. You ate all the leaves in one very slow bite, and then you were left with a pretty decent hive-made Cubat. The first Cubat you ever had, actually. Your smear spinner has gotten a lot of use lately. Why, just look at that even glisten of mucus on the floor. Beautiful. You could almost take pride in it. We'll go through this door. Or try, anyway. The door to your rumpus room. Yay! The Thrash Thrust Snow Globes are the best team to ever play the sport of Lords, and that is simply all there is to say on the matter. Playing for them is your dream. Buzz, you guess. Your Splay Sack, a chair bag filled with soaper slime. Proximity to the slime helps you relax without actually making you fall asleep like your Recuperacoon does. Some trolls actually eat super slime, which helps them be really stupid. Chill. Sometimes when you're tired, you just kind of chill out here in your splay sack for a few hours instead of going to sleep in your Recuperacoon. Sometimes, when you do that, you think about your life, and the decisions you've made, and how much of a choice you ever really had about a lot of things. You try not to dwell on stuff like that, though. They release a new arena stickball game grab like 6 times this week, and every time you buy it like a sucker and act surprised when nothing's different. It's like, what are they gonna do, change the rules? Nah, you're pretty busy right now. Only chumps play video games when they have obligations they should be tending to. The crest of the Alternian Pro Arena Stickball League, with all 15 balls. In a real game of Arena Stickball, these are all different sizes and each has its own distinct powers. It's your sports vault! Just a huge heavy vault themed with sports! Arena Stickball specifically, and obviously. It's the only place in the hive you can store food for your Lucis. He's so strong you could easily break into any other hiding place. It has a special telekinesis-based interface. It tends to wear you out a little, and the combination is pretty hard to remember. Open? You can't open the sports vault with your hands. Try thinking before you act. Oh, I'm not sure if there was something I was supposed to do there. I feel like not. Like I wasn't touching anything. Ooh, that's a rough one. It can be hard to remember the path when you're already concentrating on your shaky telekinesis. It helps if you have some kind of guide on hand. You've got just the thing, but you don't think it's in this room. I assume I'm gonna have to come back and get food for his Lucis. To get the Lucis to come with me. Nothing like a little recessed tabletop area arena stickball with your best bud. Too bad he's not around right now. Maybe later. Nah, recessed tabletop arena stickball isn't very fun by yourself. It's not very much like arena stickball either. You've taken some pretty good thumps to the nug bone in your day. The pusher is the only player allowed to score, so they're prime targets for the opposing defense. That helmet's so worn out that it's basically worthless, except for its sentimental value, which is still pretty low. Your Zoltan Matzos Bobblelug figurine is the jewel of your collection. I'll just pretend like I have any idea what that was. The door to your Lucis shed, where your Lucis sleeps, in theory. In practice, though, he sleeps wherever the hell he wants. Sometimes in a branch, sometimes in less convenient places. I guess I'm not going in there. You think you should find something to protect yourself with before descending into the violent unknown of your own hive. Preferably a weapon that you know well. Is there something I missed in here? I assume there's going to be an arena stickball bat somewhere. I'm betting it's going to be in the rumpus room. No, don't look. Just open. Eh. Oh, you are so in the way of your own doings. Okay. I don't know why, but it was glitching out a little bit. Oh, it was right under my nose. It's your Q-Bat, your most prized piece of arena stickball equipment. Better bring this with you. You tried to pull the Q-Beat free, but it seems you wedged it in there a little too tight. Whoops. You'll need to find something to help you pry it loose. You can't quite lift a Q-bat with your telekinesis. The best pushers can, but you're not one of them. No doubt about it, packing one of these bad boys would increase your blunt force offensive rating by a whole 15 points. If only there was something in here about how to get it loose. Okay, not that. Zoltan Matsos was the greatest pusher the Snow Globes ever had. No Prowler could catch him, no Zapper could blast him, and no matter what Lucis the Wrangler set on him, Matsos would shake him off. That all ended the night the heiress of that era attended the game, and the opposing controller made Matsos thrust his bone nook at her. She had him cold right there on the velvet. This wasn't the current heiress, of course. This was a long time ago, before you were hatched. What am I missing? The Espia Chrono class is extremely difficult at the lower levels, and, well, at all levels really. It's a stealth and singing class. Not a particularly harmonious pairing. Nick? Can I... What? Oh, maybe I need to get something slimy from the cleaning stuff. But how? Nope. Spoon? Yes, that's right. Practice makes almost adequate. That's the Burgundy way. Your mind flexes with the pulsing might of your phenomenal telekinetic powers, and you bend a tiny little silver spoon without even using your little grubby fingers. Big tough guy. Better bring this along, just in case you run into any bent soup. Alright, there we go. Open. You wedge the bent spoon in between the hilt and the wall and... Yes, you got the Q-Bat! This thing packs a wallop, especially when the tip is chalked and it's carried by you. Alright, time to face the dangers of my own house! Your Imperial Edict mandated portrait of the heiress. She rules your planet with a perfectly manicured golden fist. You know it's perfectly manicured because she recently issued an imperial memorandum about her new nail art. Memorandum? The drones outside are doing her dirty work. She'll have a shiny top coat of blood after tonight, all of it common-hued, you're sure. You subscribe to a wide variety of hit periodicals. Arena Stickball Illustrated, Grabs Diurnally. These are actually the only titles you know. The rest always incorporate the magazine's name on the cover into some sick graphic design, to the point that you can't actually tell what the name is. This one with the graffiti of a muscle beast throwing up is usually about movies, though. If you went out this way, you'd be easy prey for a drone before you could ever make it to Tetrarch Damix. I assume there's a secret tunnel. You mean to save Joey. That's what you meant. It's too dangerous to leave this way. The drones could see you. Safest bet is to go out through the back door. Oh. They'll probably spot you there too, but... well, your hive only has so many doors. Clearly you should have built a secret passage. Oop. Alert? Oh. Is it doing anything when I click? Okay, yeah, I think it is. As a Rustblood, you're not permitted to have luxurious circular discs, only the standard hexagons. I mean, I guess that could work, but it would be a pain in the butt to use. These lounge planks aren't full of soap or slime or anything like that. They're just comfortable horizontal surfaces, suited to either the sitting or lying prone positions. You designed your hive around this tree, hoping it would grow along with you and your Lucis. I found my Lucis! Luce. Aw, dang it. Your Lucis is sleeping somewhere totally inconvenient again. Come on, wake up. Zoo smell. Submit. Oh, did I just actually name it Zoo Smell? Zoo Smell is in the way again. For a change. Just keeping things interesting, you guess. A playbook for the Burgundy Blood pusher position in Arena Stickball. You still have dreams of being a star pusher, and studying these killer plays was going to help take you to the top. But your play in the field never quite lived up to the athletic promise of your fantasies. Also, the closer your rites of maturation get, the more the sobering reality sinks in that you'll never get to play professionally. Life of butlering, here you come, you guess. Look at that! It's nearly escaped from your impending death o'clock! You'd better not be late. Look. Your grub slurry agitator is nice when you just want to throw some unagitated grub slurry into the agitating receptacle and enjoy some grub slurry that's been thoroughly agitated. And really, who doesn't? Agitate grub slurry. You don't currently have any unagitated grub slurry that needs agitating in your grub slurry agitator. Whatever you do though, you always know right where to go. Ugh, these are still in here. Bioslaw really doesn't keep well. Eating an unranged cluck beast ova is a great way to fill your acid tubes with horrifying parasites, who probably wouldn't get along with your benevolent parasites. Or your benign parasites. Leftover from Tetrarch Damix's early Wriggling Day party. He doesn't turn 7 sweeps old for a couple wipes, but you wanted to celebrate him before his rites of maturation. Grub Juice Hydration Cylinders. Inside these cylindrical containers is grub juice, which can be used for hydration and restoring reserves of psychic power. That sounds useful. You pick up the Grub Juice Hydration Cylinders. Nice! Now if you need a quick restorative for your psychic stamina, you'll just have that, in your hand, instead of not having it, like some kind of chump. Always useful in case you need to whip up a souffle. You're bad at that, but it's a mandatory part of your future job, so... All the best chefs cook on very high heat. You are not one of the best chefs, which is just as well since your crisp range kinda sucks. Besides, how will you know what to cook if Damek doesn't tell you what he wants? Things are looking pretty dicey out there, but Joey Alien needs your help. Move? You ask Zoosmell to move. At first you're friendly and casual, as if you expect him to move easily. And you try being polite, but a little distant. Your tone becomes annoyed, then firm, followed by stern, finally shifting to angered. Nothing works. You just can't reach him lately. The only thing Zoosmell seems to care about is his sloth treats. Yep. So I'm assuming I need to drink the grub juice to do the open thing. Which I'm gonna have to do next time, because we're out of time for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you watch the next one. Bye!